Pisces, your channel messages are coming up as I see you. I told you that I see you. I want to see you. I want to see your face. So face, race, Rachel. I'm going to do a load of remote viewing. So this one is going to be about channeling and remote viewing. And then I'm going to make another video, which is going to be what's the news and what to be aware of in your reading. Okay, so this is not a tarot card reading. This is specifically for remote viewing and channeling. And your reading will come out directly after. I'm doing them in 2 separate videos. Okay, so Pisces this week, so I'm hearing I spy with my little eye something beginning with you, Alchemy or Natalie, but I see you, or I want to see you, like I want to physically see your face, like, because I've got a feeling that there's something here to do around a life path 2 or a Libra, okay, and I want to physically be able to see your face. Because I'm picking up that something could have well been disclosed and it's not been shown, and I haven't shown you my face, so you got to be very careful around catfishing also here of someone, why they won't show their face, because your message is I want to be able to see your face, like I can't see your face, so I want to be able to see what you look like. Okay, now I don't know if this is a connection that you've had for quite some time and you've not actually been able to see this person's face. Okay, and they haven't actually revealed who they are. You've got to be very careful, man. I got up with a Pisces. The person that had Pisces in their chart before. I don't want to go on about it, but we're going to forget that one. But I was a victim of catfishing once before because I never got to see the person's face. So you've kind of got this. It might be the same person, like not revealing who they are. Like they're talking to you, maybe they could be talking to you via multimedia or something like that. Okay, now I don't know, there's going to be 2 ways of looking at this, Pisces. Whether you should be continuing to do this because you spoke to this person for quite some time and they've been refusing to actually show who they are. Because I definitely keep hearing like a show and tell, okay? Like a Libra energy, like a show and tell, or like, whoop, I'm going to show you my breast or something like that. Or I don't know. But you've also got like this energy of like, I need to be able to see you. Like I want to be able to see something. Like I need you to show me. I can't see. I can't interact with you unless I can see it. Like I can't. It's kind of like I'm trying to explain something to you, but I can't explain it to you over text or something like that. I'm going to have to call you or ring you, or I'm going to have to see it. Like I need to be able to see it to believe it. So you could be in this like, I don't know, metaphysical connection. It really depends if you've been going through this for a while. Now, if you, or Kim, or Wild, now, if you have, and you have seen your reading already that is over on Patreon, which is your weekly readings of closure, what to be aware of, and fucking in the dark, the shadows, and the intentions of the person, and then looking for closure. If you've been looking for closure for quite some time, your messages were so important that are over on Patreon for your week. If you're watching this now, you'll know. Okay, so the messages now are something around a 2 or a Libra, and I want to be able to see your face. I need to know that you are who you say you are. If I've been talking to you via like anything that is Vi or V or Vincent or something like that, or Violet, okay, or Shepherd, okay, a flock of seagulls or gulls, something around skulls, like skulls, someone's into skulls, or drinks skull, okay, or seagulls. I mean, that's my bird of prey, but like, well, not bird of prey, but as my spirit animal, but like crows, Brandon Lee, okay, or blackbirds. Blackbirds singing on the dead of night, take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. So Paul McCartney, John or Lennon, or Lenny, Henry, what else have we got? So yeah, I mean, I don't know about you, but I went out for a burger, for a takeaway meal last night. It wasn't a burger, it was just a rice box. And as soon as I walked out, there was loads of crows and there were loads of blackbirds that were all flying around, and seagulls waiting to go down and eat from their bins. Okay, because it was a fast precinct, sort of fast food place. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm picking up like crows and seagulls and birds. Okay. What else have we got for Pisces that they should be, that we're channeling for Pisces? Any messages? I want to go back to like this energy. You see, some of you want to go back. You want closure, or you're looking for someone to come back here. Like, I don't know if I want you back or not. Jack, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine. And I don't know whether to go backwards or forwards. But there's like this, I need you to reveal something first about yourself. Like, I need you to tell me something about yourself. Like, it's kind of like getting to know someone. Now, I don't know if this is new. If this is new. Or if it's old. Something old, something new, something blue. It come up in Capricorn. Capricorn, Gemini. Capricorn, Gemini just did Capricorn reading. Right, and the messages were something old, something new, something blue, and it was around 3, and it was about some of you dealing with the past, some of you dealing with something new, and then blue is also something from the past, which means married couple. So Marie, and a married. So you got the married couple here. So you've got like this third party energy of a couple, but you've got someone that is refusing to show their face, and you don't actually know whether they're like with someone or whether they're not, and whether they're married, because you could be talking to someone but you don't know them, like you've not seen this person, right? So this really does sound like Laura Felix. She had a right good game of that for 6 months. Yeah, just someone that just would keep speaking to you but blatantly refuse to actually show their face. Like, that leads to a hell of a lot of suspicion, right? If you can't see a person's keister and mush, bruv, right? So there's this suspicious energy around, I don't really know if you are who you say you are, because I've been speaking to you and we've been talking, but I don't know if that is who you are. There's like this very intriguing, seeking. I keep hearing a seek, okay, a seek, someone that wears like a turban or something. Okay, and then I'm also like desperately seeking Suzanne, Susie, Quattro. You're right, Suzanne, you're right. Person that normally gives me donations in the chat. Thank you. But I don't know about this energy that seems to be here that I can't seem to see, and that is, or Lucy or Laura. Man, this is Laura Felix all over the bruv. It really is. Like, had Pisces in the chart and also Capricorn. The person that said I got a problem with Gemini and Capricorn, I got that in my chart. Who the fuck is that on my phone? Sorry. But like, man, you've got to be careful. I'm a Piscean, right? But like, this like all-seeing eye of a spy. Like, I spy, but I don't know who you are. But I have an eye. This is Laura Felix. She had one eye. She did actually have one eye. Well, she could only see out one eye. This is her in the background, man. If you people ever, I mean, I very much doubt you're going to come up against the same person, but be very fucking careful. Be very careful here. Okay, because I'm sure your energies were about catfishing before. Okay, and about people. Why do people have lack of confidence of showing their face? Like, I really don't know. Because that means that you're genuine. You are who you are because you're physically showing your face. Like, so why people don't want to do that, I've got no idea why they don't. So does that mean lack of confidence? Like, there is something about me that's really good, but I'm not as, like, desirable as I want to be, or I would rather leave that down to temptation to you think that I'm someone and just let you desire me because of the thoughts without you actually physically, like, I don't know. It's a very suspicious type sort of energy, Pisces, for you to be aware of. Very suspicious. Now, I very much doubt this is going to be anyone new. If anyone new is here or whatever, the first thing you want to do is, like, you know, don't go into long conversations, because that could be catfishing of the long game, right? I'm kind of drawing out a line and I'm kind of like baiting you into a very long, drawn out type sort of, the longer the time goes, the longer we've actually not seen each other for me to know. And then you get caught into that, like, well, maybe I'll ask next time or next time or next time. And then you get to really know someone, okay, and you build up a rapport and think, oh my God, I've got such a connection with this person. I'm dripping like a fuck fridge. And then after, like, say a week or two, you say, okay, now it's time for me to see you. And then you're kind of like, oh, no. Do you know what I'm saying? So don't get yourselves into those predicaments, right? The first thing that you need to be doing is seeing, like if you're dating online or if anything like this seems to be coming up and it's a connection, the first thing that you should really be doing straight away is having a video face call, video time, sort of like on camera, you're right? Because the people get into this all of the time when it comes to online dating or anything like this. Okay, is that you start talking to someone, and I really do think that this is possibly your message, right? That you start talking to someone and you build up such a connection with someone, but you don't know what they're like, and then the connection turns into a more of a spiritual, divine, twin flame connection that's spiritual, but then you leave all that down to expectation of like, okay, well, I'm just going to live in illusion for a while, believing that this person's probably going to be who I think that they might be, and because I've got an attraction with them, I think that they're going to be that way, and then all of a sudden, the fear kicks in and think, actually, I've really got to know you and you know loads of shit about me, but I haven't actually seen you yet. And then when I do, how am I going to undo all of what I've told you? Like, oh my God, we have a twin flame and I love you and let's get married. And yeah, let's get married and let's elope to fucking Australia or whatever. Okay, and let's do all of that. And you're like, brilliant, yeah, this sounds like a twin flame, right? And then all of a sudden you think, oh fuck, but I haven't actually seen who you are. And then you're like, but if I do ask that now, and then I find out what they look like, and it isn't what I first imagined it to be like, is the connection going to go away, and then it'll fuck everything up, so we need to leave that longer for expectation. I've been in it, okay? So you've got to, and I really, when I'm channeling, normally that's when, Laura Normington, y'all need to go away, stop catfishing these men. Oh yeah, I'll stand up for the men. You need to stop catfishing men. Coming up as a fake profile person, man, it's annoying. Okay? What you out to get? What you out to achieve by not showing your face? Oh, you really are who you say you are? She's not contacting me. But I can feel that energy there, right? So, why? Ask yourself that. Why would you do that to a person? Why would you do that? What is your intentions of that? Okay, so like I said, be very careful, because I believe that a lot of you could have been in this for a while, and you get yourselves into these metaphysical connections, wanting a soulmate. You suddenly form a bond with a person, and you're very intrigued and interested, and you're talking to the person online, or you just believe that you've got a connection, and you want to make yourself believe that you've got the connection. Okay, like I said, desire of not knowing is a connection. So now I'm analysing a circumstance, thinking that life is going to be this fucking very erotic, blah, 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 so on and so, bucking. Okay, and then you get to that point where you're kind of like, right now, Brav, now I really do believe in this fucking psychedelic shit, and now I'm fucking right up in there. And then one of your mates says to you, all right, what's she look like? What does he look like? And you're like, oh God, no, I haven't seen them. You're like, what? You've been talking to them for about 5 months and you haven't seen that person? And then you lie and you're like, yeah, of course I have. No, yeah. And they're like, oh. Well, you're like, what, you got a picture? And you're like, yeah, well, you spoke to them via video then. You're like, well, no, we haven't had a video call, but he sent me a picture. Well, that picture looks fucking cracking. Of course it does, because it's a picture, right? It's got fucking everything on it, like all fucking, everything else, and that's their picture, right? They've got like filters and God knows what else, and they're clear. Their skin's fucking great, and they've widened their head a little bit and slimmed their face down a little bit, and altered it all, and then all of a sudden you're kind of like, right, so you've seen them face to face on a video, right? And you're kind of like, no. Why haven't you done that, right? That's not safe, right? So you're like, right, we need to do this. And you ask the person and they say no. Now that leads to a suspicion to why they would say no. Why is that? That's the question mark. That's the answer, dear Watson. Okay, so that's my channeled messages for you. So what have we got here that might relate to a picture of something here? I did pick up some in the Capricorn. There's a boy here. Something to do with a boy. Cameron, chamomile. What's that here? No, I'm really not picking up on much. Like an alligator. Allison, Abigail, Gail. Can you remember when we used to do this? I used to come out with some really good pictures of being able to see something straight away. It's like a crocodile. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like when the bodies hit the floor, like there's one body here, there's one body here, and there's one body here. So I don't know if you've lost somebody and they're grieving and you're burying someone. I'm also picking up like astral projection. So I don't know if you're dreaming or something, because this is where there's a body here, and then it leaves the body here, and then it leaves the body here. So I'm picking up that some of you could have lost a deceased loved one, of a mother or a father, and you're grieving over something, and this is the body that has been buried, and this is the person going up to heaven. So that is the person there, and they're now now I'm going really cold. So we are now channeling. Here we go. This is where things get very interesting. Okay, so I'm going very cold. So I'm picking up something to do with a Taurus or a Sagittarius or a life path 5 person, because I'll pick up like a 5 of Pentacles. I'm seeing that this person could have been someone in the family of like that could have raised through poverty. I'm hearing poverty, and it was very difficult in order for me to gather. Gav begins with G, or Stacy, or Steve, Sarah. And it was very difficult for me in order to grow up. Peter, Pan, Pete. Anybody getting like Peter? Begins with P. Patrick, Fitzpatrick, Fitzgerald. Francine, Fitz. I had a fit. Epilepsy. Someone that could have had epileptic fit. Or some sort of like disease of something that could have been like a fit. Like I had a fit. Okay. I also had a Fitbit. What is that? A Fitbit or a watch? Grandfather watch, grandfather clock. Something to do with a father, your father or your grandfather. Yeah, I'm not picking up grandmother, I'm picking up father or grandfather. And it's something to do around a watch or a grandfather clock. Okay. Clock, watch, frost. Oh, I'm not giving her another message. I've done that before and she went fucking ballistic. Cock frost, Jesus. That's what you get for giving someone a message from the deceased loved ones. So please do not go over to that channel anymore and tell her that Steve's just channeled deceased loved one, because I'm not going through that again. I can apparently just channel a deceased loved one herself. But like, I'm picking up that there is something to do with around clock watch or like a frost or foster or a foster child or a child, a brother or a sister. I don't know. I'm picking up a family member, right? And I'm picking up that this here now is someone that is standing at a grave site. You can't actually see the head here. But this could be you guys. And I'm picking up that someone is looking over at this here. Okay, can you see what I'm seeing? The outline of it. Okay, not these bits, the white parts. Okay, something to do with black or white. Michael Jackson. Danielle Jackson. Have you lost a loved one, right? Jackie. But like I'm seeing that this is like that we're standing here, okay, and it's like a memorial grave site or something, and we're going to visit someone's grave, okay, and this is like the body here, and this is it actually ascending up. So it's like we're going to have to like give our regards to Broad Street, which is Michael Jackson. Sorry, so it's John. So John could have died. JDS Tarot. Okay. Yes. Yeah. There you go. So I think John did pass away. John JDS Tarot. I miss the guy. Fucking lovely bloke, right? Cancerian, I think, was he? Gemini with Cancer in his chart. He was life path 7. I'm sure. Kept coming up in my readings. But this is like, because I'm hearing "Give My Regards to Broad Street," which was a Paul McCartney great album. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Ba-ba-da-bam. Unless your name's Sunshine, okay. You alright, Sunshine? You alright, my old cocker? Here, or Cock Frost. This is her all around. Don't give her the reading, because she won't appreciate it. Told me to fuck off last time and said I was a psychopathic devil person that was a Pisces moon man, because I give someone a deceased loved one message. That proves who people really are, whether they're fake or true, right? But like, I don't know, I'm not getting into debates with people on tarot anymore. I've made my mistake. But like here, this is definitely someone that is like visiting like a site or a memorial grave site here, and they're kind of looking over this energy, relieving and letting this person go. It's a little bit like a what do they call them? A conquest, an inquest. and there was like an inquest to someone's death maybe, okay, and that we're not being able to say goodbye to this person because they've either one, just been buried, or two, there was like medical circumstances, or there was some kind of procedure of having to go through it all and then wait to find out something. And this is kind of like now we can finally put this person to rest, and now we can let their spirit go, because we can let this go now. We can actually start to move on because of we've got the answer to what may have happened, right? That would be an inquest, right? So kind of got that for some of you of an actual message of gravesite energy here. So the person is going up to the spirit in the sky, okay? So it's going to be Sylvia, Aunt Sylvia is also what I'm picking up, Aunt Sylvie, or some sort of like silver watch or something like that, Sylvia, silly, don't be silly. Don't be silly, Willy Billy. Is that what they used to say? Don't be silly, Billy. Don't be silly, Bill. Bill. Anyway, so there was also another message is now that we stand here today, we give thanks for something to do with Thanksgiving. Like, I don't know. You have got Thanksgiving? Oh, we don't have it over here, so I don't know when that is. But I'm hearing thanks for the time that you've given me. There's something I must say out loud. You're once, twice, 3 times a lady, and I love you. Lionel or Richie or anybody beginning with L or R or something that represents Lionel Richie or once, twice, 3 times a lady. So it could be something to do around that it was a lady. Okay, Lady and the Tramp. Lady, Tramp. Hold on a minute, where are we going now? Lady and the Tramp. So that was something to do around spaghetti. So Spaghetti Junction is London or Britain. So Spaghetti Junction. So it's something to do around a car, Cancerian. Spaghetti Junction, because a junction of car, I don't know what you call it in America, but we have junctions. I'm getting off on junction 4. Okay, I'm getting off on junction whatever. Okay, or Trevor. Okay, or Tracy or Treacle or Tanya. So it's still coming through, this message for you, of a car, maybe a car accident, could be involving a Cancerian or a Life Path 7. Okay, and there's this energy of Spaghetti Junction, so it means a car on a junction. So it means that there could have been a car accident. Okay, a car accident. Okay, now I don't know if there is, because if you want to know, man, y'all got to be on the Capricorn. Got to go over to Patreon, because messages like that are coming through. If you're really intrigued, you need the silver or the gold tier. Okay, because there was something that was coming up around this busted for drinking and driving. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Because there's something here about alcohol or Alison or Ali of drink or a car, drinking, driving, car, busted. I don't know whether these are coming up past, present, future. I really don't know. But I'm hearing busted, car, drinking, driving, inquest, death, giving over, like letting the person go, something to do around a car accident or car, possible drinking and driving, but I just don't know if that's past, present or future. When I channel it doesn't have any meaning, okay? Just has meaning if it means something to you. You cannot stop destiny. One thing I've known by being someone that predicts the future and also does all of this all the time is that you cannot stop the future from happening if it is written, regardless. Even if you have channel messages. I've tried to tell people so many times that you've got this energy coming up and it happens anyway. Can't stop it. They have to notice it themselves, okay? If it's written in stone and it's written in Sanskrit and I'm channeling it, chances are it happens, okay? Can't do anything about it, I'm sorry, okay? So all I can do is give you that message, okay? Trust me, I've done this for many years, realising every time that I've predicted something, it's happened. It's a little bit like that film. That film, what is that film where it's like 1, 2 and 3 and they get on a plane and they tell everybody, right, I've just had this vision and we all need to get off, and they try to escape death, okay, and they can't. Something's around death, okay. But like, I try to escape death and I can't, okay? Because it's the same. It just happens, but in a different way, okay? So it's kind of like this. I'm trying to escape the something of death. Something of death. I had a lucky escape. I had a lucky escape of death. Steph, Stephanie, Steve, Sarah. Lucky escape. I don't know. So we're going to call that it. So there's your intergalactic channel messages of like that picture there, guys. So if you want to take a snapshot of this video and keep that for yourselves of the spirit going up in the sky, feel free, and then just like superimpose it and cut your video out and keep that yourselves. Okay, if you want to do that. Okay, for the past reflection, and there you go. So that's free. So next I'm going to do on a separate video what's in the tea and what's the news and what to be aware of. I'll probably tell you to watch this one as well because it's very important, but I will tell you now, if you want your whole weekly reading that are very important of messages of closure and love life and stuff coming up for you, okay, then you really need Patreon, which will be the silver or the gold tier. That's where I do you a full table spread. We go through what's in the dark, what's in the shadows, clarification of messages of closure, the intent, the outcome, what their thoughts are, what will happen. All of that sort of stuff is over on the silver tier, okay, and gold. Gold is teaching me, telling you about all this sort of stuff, if you want it, okay? So it's there. All links are provided below. Please, if you're just watching, go over to your next reading, which will be your tarot reading, okay? The free one, but Patreon is below that gives you a lot more, okay? All right, guys, thanks very much. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon.